ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Yeah, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow, who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's backpack, capital one. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the Swac, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, and I'm back in the building. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys went to church, got your prayers in, talked to God, did what you had to do, talk to your Lord and Savior, whoever else you called the man upstairs, whatever you want to call him. All right. So listen, you already know what it is. It's the Swac Championship Award Show. Who balled and who should have stayed they ass at the house? Woo! I know where a lot of you guys think this is going. But let me pay some bills first and let me make some announcements. All right. First off, podcast is out. Make sure you go check that out. I'm updating it as much as I can. So make sure you go check it out. Go leave a review. If you're a hater, go leave a review. If you're a lover of the show, go leave a review. All right. That's simple. 5-star, leave a review and appreciate it. All right. So there's only one rule to the award show. All right. And that rule is do not be don't be emotional. Listen. All right. Because listen, I got some players. I got players that reach out to me. All right. Some do, some don't. All right. If you don't mess with the show, like if you don't like the show, I understand. Okay. It's not everybody's cup of tea. All right. But I want to be very clear. I'm going to say this before I get started with the award show. This has nothing to do about the man or the young man that you are. All right. This is strictly saying, hey, you played well and you didn't play well. It's just that simple, isn't it? You could feed the homeless. You could get cats out of the tree on your days off. You could go and serve at an orphanage for all I care. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about today. You could be a great individual, a great human being. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about today. So once again, now it's Gaddy. Don't be emotional. Okay? Don't be emotional. All right? Jesus. Okay? It is what it is. All right. Call-ins are after the awards. All right. Call-ins are after the awards. Hey, listen, Monday show with Kofi. You already know how I get down. We're going to go over the Swac Championship and everything like that. Monday, 7:30. Me and the Rattler. All right. Mr. Kofi Hemingway will be talking about the Swac Championship on Monday, 7:30. Make sure you 7:30. All right. 7:30. Make sure you tune into that. All right. And last but not least, don't be emotional, man. God almighty. Don't be emotional. All right. Ball Awards. Ball Awards. All right. First up. Listen, man, this has been my guy I've been talking about this guy for a long time. And I'm so glad I can finally officially give him what he is just due. Listen, he is that guy, okay? I've been talking about this guy for all season. I'm telling you, he's the best safety on the team. I don't care about name. I don't care about whatever you want to talk about. He's a dog. He's going to hit anything that moves, and he's going to come to play every freaking down. Cam. Say it with me on the back. Cam. Say it with me in the front. Cam. He's the guy, man. He don't care about his size, his stature. He is that guy. I'm telling you. I've been telling you. 2 picks, 4 tackles. Cam. He's that guy. All right. Show my man some respect. All right. Cam. Come on, man. Harmonize with me. Harmonize with me on 1, 2, 3. Cam. Come on now. Ho, Cam. Stop playing with my man, all right? Cam, Ball Award. Uh-oh. Is my stuff frozen? I think my stuff just... What? What just happened? All right, here we go. All right. Next up, Darius Campbell, Mr. Goal Line Pick. Yo, Darius, that was stupid. That was stupid. Okay? Listen, that had to be a 30-inch vert easily. Easily, my boy. You climbed the ladder. Okay? Said, give me that. Listen, Keith Corbin didn't know what happened to him. He was like, oh, this is about to be easy. What? Boy, you was up there. Okay? You was up there. I went crazy on that pick, man. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Went dumb. Mr. Goal Line. That's what I'm going to start calling you. Mr. Goal Line. All right? You said, hey, you shall not pass. Okay? That was stupid. Purely stupid. Don't play, boy. Don't play. I had to give it to you. Mr. Goal Line. All right? Next up. Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say listen. Number 40, that bad man in the middle, Keante Hampton, 6 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and one sack. Listen, anybody who did not vote for him for first team linebacker needs to stay off the damn weed. That's all the SIDs, NIDs, media Ds. I don't care whoever you are. If you did not vote for Keante Hampton to be a first-team linebacker, you need to stay off the damn weed. Simple. Very, very, very simple. And listen, I said this from Jump Street. I want to be very clear. I said this from Jump Street. It wasn't after the game. It wasn't after I saw Keante. When the awards came out, and I said, you don't have Keante Hampton as a first-team linebacker, you do not know what you're doing voting. The mere fact that you put Isaiah Land in a linebacker position over Keante Hampton, anybody who voted for that should be locked up and put in jail. And once again, you need to stay off the damn weed. Okay, next up, Jalen Howard. Listen, I almost gave you a should have stayed at home award, Howard, because that I almost gave you a should have stayed at home award because the Deion Sanders, that was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, you need to practice. Oh my God. Oh my God. You need to practice. It was God awful. Okay. You was 2 seconds away from being a baller to being a stay-at-home award recipient because that was atrocious. Okay? Was flat out atrocious. Am I frozen? I look like I'm frozen. Babe, am I frozen? Where's she at? Hold on, let me. Man, I hate my internet. I hate my life. All right, let me see if I can get this fixed. me see. Still a little frozen. Still a little frozen. All right, here we go. All right, come in. Okay, work with me. Work with me. Work with me. Okay. We back in business. All right, we back in business. All right. Oh, it's just, I'm sorry, guys. It's an expression. I do have spectrum, by the way. Leon. Yeah. I do have spectrum, by the way. And it's horrible. I hate it. I hate it. I really do. All right, but listen, Jalen. He's the guy. If you don't know who Jalen Howard is, he's the guy that took the touchdown from the trick play. All right, he's the guy that took the touchdown from the trick play. All right, but if you watch the whole play, he tries to do the Deion Sanders. Oh man, it was not good. It was not good. But other than that, you was killing it, Jalen. You was killing them boys. Killing them, my boy. So shout out to you with a baller award. Just go and practice. Go listen. Next time, go and practice before you bust it out. All right. You gotta hold it. You know, you gotta hold it a little longer. You know what I'm saying? You gotta little you gotta hold it at that top. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Next up, Aubry Miller. Listen. I listen, he's not okay. I want to be very clear about this. It's hard to judge Aubry, right? Because you have Keante next to him. But be very mindful. Aubry Miller would start for any SWAC team. Let's be very clear. All right. He's that dude. So let me say that first. He definitely deserves a ball award. He had the most tackles on the team, had a sack, had a tackle for loss as well. Aubry Miller is a headhunter. All right. He is a brick wall posing as a young man. Okay. You know how Pinocchio became a boy? Imagine a brick wall wishing on a fairy godmother princess and becoming a human. That's Aubry Miller. He's a brick wall impersonating a young man. He is literally solid muscle. Like, he's unreally fit. I'm telling you. So, like, if you had a picture of a linebacker, what he look like is Aubry Miller. So please don't get it twisted when I'm for Keante because of the fact of he has more tools in his toolbox. But Aubry Miller, 1-for-1, is a linebacker's linebacker. Okay, he is a linebacker's linebacker. That's what it is. When you picture a linebacker, you look at Aubry Miller, you're like, damn, that's what it's supposed to look like. That's Aubry Miller. All right. Yes. Aubry, unreal. What are you eating? What is in your diet? What is in your oatmeal? Because, yeah, crazy. Yeah. So let's be very clear. Aubry Miller, baller award. All right. Next up, the best quarterback on the field. The best quarterback on the field for PV. And if you think I'm lying,
Stay off the damn weed.
the best QB on the field for PV, Ty Holden went 1-for-1, 35 yards in the tub. That's got to be like 160 QBR. All right. Got to be 160 QBR. Easily. Okay. So shout out to Ty Holden. All right. Shout out to Ty Holden for being that guy. All right. Flat out the best quarterback on the field. Easily. All right. Next up. Listen. You know you that dude when I don't have to put no stats behind your name and everybody's like, yep, he's a baller. He's a baller, Scotty. Yep. James Houston, man. Listen, it is James freaking Houston. And if we're being honest, he didn't even have a James Houston type of game. The pick six helped. Like, if I'm being honest, without that pick six, Keante Hampton's the player of the game. All right. Without that pick six, Keante Hampton is the defensive player of the Swac championship. Period. Hands down. But you know you're that guy when you don't have to put any stats behind his name and you're like, yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. James Houston, the problem. Perfect nickname. The problem. All right. Simple as that. Moving on. You don't got to. It's James Houston. Can we just say that? It's James. Like next year you won't be comparing people to James Houston. You'll be like, he's good, but he's not James. You know, like that's literally what you're gonna be doing next year. You'll be like, but he's not a James Houston. You know, he's not a James Houston. So I don't know. So it is what it is. Listen. Everybody said this guy had to show up. Everybody said this man had to show up. And God forbid, did he? Man, he ate his Wheaties last night. Jason Dumas, okay? He was killing Bamos, all right? That was so corny. That was so corny. But you get what I'm saying, right? He was killing Bamos. Triple team didn't matter. Double team didn't matter. If you were a guard, center, or a guard at Jackson State, that tape is bad. All right? That tape is bad. Throw it away. Burn it. Don't even think about transferring. Don't even think about transferring with that highlight tape being on your film. Because Bama's going to be like, you can't block. Simple as that. Because Jason was Friday the 13th killing Bama's out there. Okay? Killing them. So, Jason Dumas, you that guy. Hey, listen, you don't give number ones to people that can't ball out. And Dion even said that himself on Coach Prime. He said people asking for the number one, they don't even show up. Oh, he showed up. He earned that number one. All right. Number one means something. And he proved it. Shout out to you, Jason. Next up, Peyton Pickett. All right, now I've been super critical of Peyton, man. But if this was a time to have your best game, how that song go? Send your best hitter. You know what I'm saying? That's what Peyton did. He came out, ran like he was 6'1", 5'11", 230, 220. Finally ran like a big back. Hard to bring down. Had the stiff arm going. It was good to watch. They needed him. He showed up in a big way. Shout out to Peyton Pickett doing this thing. 19 carries, 107 yards, and 1 touchdown. Good, hard running by Peyton Pickett, man. Shout out to you. And listen, real talk. Shout out to stepping up in a big moment. Your number hasn't been called all season that much, but you came to play, showed up big for your team. Awesome. He's 5'8". Yeah. All right. You ran like a bowling ball. Good job. You ran like the bowling ball you are. Next up, Baller Award. Trayvion Green, linebacker, 59, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack. Listen, man, that's how you be a general for your team. Come to play. All right. That's how you're a general for your team. Trayvion, come to freaking play. Do your work, man. Sophomore. Has a lot in front of this kid, has a lot of potential with this kid, man. I'm telling you, go back and watch the film. He pops off the screen for real. He pops off the freaking screen. Trayvion Green, keep doing your thing, man. It was a monster game. Monster game. All right. Special teams unit. Listen, we all know what Zay and Warren Newman can do, but they had their best games. I wouldn't say Warren Newman's best game, but Zay definitely had his best game as a kick returner. I mean, when you outrunning two angles, you got some next level speed, okay? You got some next level speed. And Warren Newman, listen, he just flips field position. I can't tell you how many times the punter kicked the ball inside the 20, and next thing you know, Warren Newman got the ball at the 40. Warren Newman got the ball at midfield. You're like, God damn. Like, you're pinning them deep, and somehow Warren Newman, dead leg, shake, bait, and now you're on the 45, 50-yard line. And that makes it easier for the offense to do what it does and don't have to go the whole length of the field. And with this game being as tight as it was early, they definitely needed every single yard of those special team points and returns. So shout out to Zay. Shout out to Warren Newman for doing what they do. Baller Award. And last but not least, man, listen. Let me give a round of applause to the whole PV defense. I got to give it to them because not many teams is going to leave Jackson State with the offensive production that it had. Okay? The offensive production that Jackson State had was atrocious. Not many teams is going to get you there or make it look like that. Not many teams have ever really done that to Jackson State. They looked shell-shocked. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what was up, down, right, or left. Shedeur looked like a straight freshman, all right, at the wrong time, but his team picked him up and backed him up, and he came out with the award anyway, man. So, you already know Cam got a baller award. You already know. All right, so shout out to the whole A&M defense. You played lights out yesterday, bro. For real, y'all played lights out. You literally gave up 14 points, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to y'all, man. Doing your thing. That's what's up. All right. Quick recap. Baller Award. All right. Cam. All right. Darius Campbell. Keante Hampton. Jalen Howard. Aubry Miller. Ty Holden. The problem. All right. Jason. Peyton Pickett. Trayvion Green. Special teams unit for Jackson State and the whole PVAM defense. All right. Shout out to y'all. Should have stayed at home awards. Listen. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. If you're emotional, all right, you might want to skip this part of the show. All right. This is the part where people get a little emotional. All right. This is the part where people get a little emotional. All right. So just telling you, close your eyes, hide your kids, hide your wife. First up. The offensive player. Oh, I'm sorry. Not him. The second team, all first team Swac quarterback that people thought should be the offensive player of the year. And I mean, when you put a stat line like this up and you still win the game, lets me know that your offense isn't the strongest part of your team. So yeah, you could have stayed at home. You probably, yeah, I mean, if you're being honest, like pick six, rushing touchdown, kick return, 7-14-21. They win the game without you. They win the game without you. All right, so yeah. They win the game without you. So yeah, you could have stayed at home. It's no shot to you. It's just your team's that good overall. So could have stayed at the house. But to each his own. Next up, Shiloh Sanders. Listen, man, no shot to you. You could have stayed at home too. Both y'all could have been the Sanders twins at the house. Brothers, you know what I'm saying? We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Should have stayed our ass house. Cut and print. Beautiful, guys. Dynamite. I mean, that's literally what you could have done. Just stay at the house, eat bonbons, and watch your team win. All right? Because y'all didn't really, got drunk and watched the Grinch. That's what y'all could have done. Got drunk and watched the Grinch. That's what y'all could have done. Listen, whoever is on special teams, you need to
Stay off the damn weed.
You got to. All right? You got to stay off the weed, man. Like I don't know what y'all was looking at. I don't know what y'all was doing. Man, y'all need to. Everybody needs to be replaced. Everybody needs to be replaced. You can't stay in your lanes. Well, I'll give credit to Jackson State people for blocking, but man, the guy who missed that tackle, I mean, just straight whiffed on Zay. That's tough, man. That's tough. You gotta get a ball. You guys should stay at home with. PV recruiting coordinator. All right, and let me explain this one. You don't have a backup. You don't have a backup quarterback. you don't have a backup quarterback. All right. When the guy is throwing the ball and the ball legit goes straight up in the air, you don't have a backup quarterback. All right. So, PV recruiting coordinator, you should have stayed at the house. All right. You should have stayed at the house. All right. Do better. Get better. I don't know what you need to do, but that boy need to play receiver. All right. He needs to play receiver tomorrow. All right. I'm just saying, listen. He needs to be with the wide receiver coach. Needs to be on the wide receiver coach. All right. That's oof, God almighty. All right. Next up, stuck in traffic. All right, stuck in traffic award. Now, if you don't know what the stuck in traffic award is like you could have made it to the game, you could have stayed at the house, so you're stuck in traffic. Like if you would have made it, if you would have got left at the house, so it wouldn't really have mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of thing. Listen, yo, these three dudes, man. Jason Dumas ate y'all lunch, took your cookies, ate your lunch. I mean, God almighty, man. God almighty. You got to do better. All right. This is the O-line. This is the guard, center guard combination for Jackson State's O-line. Y'all got to be better, man. Got to be better. All right. Got to be better. Y'all I ain't never seen one man. I never seen one man beat people so bad, just as a drum, woo, man. I mean, beat like Pocahontas drum, just do, man. Woo, that was bad. But I didn't give you the should have stayed at home awards. Stuck in traffic. All right, stuck in traffic. Head coach Eric Dooley. And this is why I put him in the stuck in traffic. I won't lie and say that I am 100% sold that Eric Dooley should be Southern's head coach. I won't go that far, right? But you should have pulled Juwan Pass after the fumble. After the first pick was just dumb as hell. I mean, like real talk, I've never seen anything like that before. The first pick. The other ones were just bad, of course, but the fumble for me is what did it. I think you should have pulled him after the fumble. After the fumble, yeah, that you got to go. You got to go after that one. So that's 2 picks and a fumble at that time before he does the third pick, which is the pick 6. So definitely should. And that's my thing. I'm glad you pulled him. But I felt you pulled him too late. So that's just my personal opinion, but it is what it is. All right. It is what it is. Now, did I forget somebody? I felt like I forgot somebody. Did I forget somebody? Who I forget? Oh, I remember now. New award. Locked in a triple pad cellar. I'm talking about Cinderella locked in like I don't want you to come out. Listen, all the locks are on the outside of the door. All right, and you're in the basement. Do you understand? I want to be very clear about this new award. Locked in a triple pad cellar, and I don't want you to see the light of day. I don't even want you to know that I don't want nobody to know that you in there. All right? Facts. Locked in a triple pad cellar with no sunlight could only be none other than the 7th year senior from Louisville, who knows Lamar Jackson, Jawan Pass. All right? I mean, don't come out. Don't, in total darkness, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You couldn't even grow a cactus in how dark this cellar is. I'm talking about just straight jail the hole. Do you understand? Okay? And once again, you could save cats on your weekends. You could go to church. You could be a deacon on your deacon board. You can save homeless people, right? But when it comes to football, I need you. Hold on. Gotta get my praise and worship music. I need you. Hey, I need you. Jawan Pass. I need you to never come out. Don't come out. Don't come out. Don't come out. In the cellar. 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 Oh. Hold, run it back. In the cellar. 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 That's what I need you. That's where I need you, Jawan. Okay, on this Sunday evening, Sunday night, in the cellar. Okay, in the cellar. Don't come out. Don't come out. That's what we're doing. All right, that is what we. Oh man. Listen. Got to call a spade a spade. Got to call a spade a spade. Hey, call lines are open. Whew.
There is one other participant in the conference.
You know, once you hit a white lady, all right, call lines are open. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, I just wonder, the body of work that Shiloh put on this year, is it bad enough for him to be replaced next year, moving forward with the team? Because it was so bad. He had picks that didn't matter. He just can't play in space. It's terrible. Would you start somebody else over him next year?
I hate you.
Yeah, I'm going there.
You can't. And the reason is you can't because he's a Sanders. You can't bench a Sanders. You can't do it. But
it's so bad.
Listen, man, you can't do it though. Like
if you were the coach, I'm asking if you were the coach, ass on the bench.
That means I'm his dad. I'm not benching my kid. I'm not benching my son.
No.
I'm his dad.
Man, if my kid is getting ate up, you are getting on that bench. I don't care. I don't care. You're stinking up the field.
I can't, man. You gotta call us. I gotta call a spade, man. It's that's his son, man. You're not benching his son, man. It's not happening, bro. But listen, if there's another talent there, he's just gonna have to sit and wait, man. I like what this person said. Rotate. I definitely rotate him, and they do that pretty often. You'll see. I think Huggins or whatever his name is. He's pretty good, number 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I mean, if there was no ties to Shiloh, yes, I'm benching him. If there was no ties, like he wasn't my son or my nephew or my great nephew, I'll let him play. But if it's no ties,
I got 2 more statements for you.
Talk to me.
I would hire the defensive coordinator for Fairview for the Southern job over Dooley. If you're doing that to Jackson State, man, somebody needs to give you a shot.
Say that again.
I would hire the defensive coordinator for PV over Dooley at the Southern job, because if you're doing that to Jackson State, somebody got to give you a shot. Nobody's doing that. nobody's throwing off their offense like that all year, besides Louisiana Monroe.
So if we're being honest, you
and Southern did it.
Okay, so to be honest, right? And this is where Southern failed. It's because they didn't drop 8. I like PV's game plan was like, bro, you're not going to beat us with the big play. You better run the ball. And they did. And they only really scored 14 offensive points. I don't think what they did was special. If I'm being honest, it was just a great game plan. It was great coaching. Let me say that first and foremost. It was great coaching by the defensive coordinator to say, hey, we're going to drop 8 and make them run the ball. But if you don't have nobody like Dumas on your team that can apply pressure at the nose position, Shadour's going to have all day to throw, and sooner or later somebody's going to come open. So it's a mixture of, do you have the right talent on the front end of that, and then you have the talent on the back end as well. And I think they had it all in the right spots, and that's what made it so effective.
Yeah, and their corners covered. Their corners covered well. They didn't give up anything.
Yeah, they really did.
Even the shot to Weidman, I thought that was a sure thing, but he dropped it. I mean, the coverage was there.
Yeah, great coverage by Cheatham. It was great coverage by Cheatham. You know, so no, I agree, man. That they made the plays that needed to be made to make that game close and interesting. They just,
because if you take away the pick six and the special team return, which you only have something from Pickett.
Yeah,
and this game is different.
Yeah, it's literally 13-10. It stays at 13-10 because they missed the field goal. Remember, so it stays at 13-10. So if you take away the kickoff return, that's what made it 13. So you take that off, it's still 6. You wait until Peyton Pickett scores the running touchdown. That's 13. That's 13-10. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally that score for the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he gets another rushing touchdown, maybe not, but. But if we're being honest, if pass hits on any one of his passes, the game is like what 31-13, maybe 28-13.
They could have blew this game wide open at least 3 times. At least 3 times. I counted at least 3 times he missed that deep ball.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. But I appreciate the call though.
Oh, wait, I got one more thing to say.
Talk to me.
One more thing to say, real quick. If you kick this back to like 4 weeks ago. All the Jackson State fans were up in arms because Deion interviewed for another job. And now, since he's won the Swac championship, I just want you to get in the mindset of a Swac fan. He's the reincarnation of a god. You see where I'm going here? That doesn't make any fucking sense. You were just crucifying this man on the cross, and now he's your Lord and Savior, Coach Deion Prime.
Listen, okay, let me throw it back to you, right? When people worship God, right? But when something bad happens, what do they say?
Oh man, God damn it!
No. They say, "Why me, God? Why did you do this to me?" So people can still worship Deion and say, "Why, Deion? Why are you taking another job, Lord? Why?" It's no different, And then when they, when everything's good and God blesses you again, or Deion wins what he's supposed to win, thank you, Lord Deion. That's how life goes, man. It's just how life goes.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Appreciate the call.
No problem.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Ford? Talk to me.
Listen, first, let me start off by saying this. That kid, Huggins, you talking about, number 6, that kid's going to make it to the NFL. But I had 2 points I want to make, and then I'll get off. Last night, I watched the kid from South Dakota State that they say was at FAMU. And now he supposedly left Florida A&M and went to South Dakota State. I just got one thing to say to Florida A&M. How in the hell did you let that boy get away?
Hold on. So I'll tell you why. What happened? He was trying to get into a grad program, and they FAMU. I think his academics didn't line up for what FAMU was requiring, and that's why he couldn't get into school. That's why they. So
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If FAMU had got that kid, they might have been undefeated this year. I'm serious. And Scotty, my last thing, I watched Southeastern Louisiana, and I watched
James Madison.
James Madison. I watched East Tennessee State go against Kennesaw State. And I watched, I think it was Sam Houston and somebody. They had it on the NCAA thing. You could watch all the game. Scotty, we can't play them people. I know y'all going to say I'm the slave that didn't want to run away. But I'm just telling you, Scotty, we ain't in them people's class. We can't play them. I'm including Jackson State. We're not in them people's league. I'm serious. But, Scotty, last night you were trying to ask me a question. I went back and looked at it, and you wanted me to respond to something about a statement I made about Dooley, if he goes to Southern, he needs a defense coordinator. You remember last night?
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah,
You know,
I wanted to say, why would he need a defensive coordinator? The defensive coordinator from PV did really, really, really well.
Scotty, I've been watching Miller for 3 or 4 years. This is the first time he's had a decent defense. They grew up together. I think Miller and
Dooley
are homeboys. They're both from New Orleans. They've worked together. I think they worked at Southern together. Dooley, he's kind of like Marcus Garvey. He doesn't care about competency. He cares about loyalty. He's got that guy around him. But I'm telling you, Dooley is all offense. He's all offense. You know, some coaches are like that.
Yeah,
all
that's
offense.
real. Yeah.
He's got to have with him, if he goes, and Scott, I do believe he's going to Southern. He's got to have a really strong defense coordinator. Miller can be it, but he's going to have a co-defense coordinator. He can't be it by if he can bring them all the offense they want in Baton Rouge, but he's got to have a defense coordinator. I wasn't talking about yesterday's game, but I'm just saying I've been watching Miller now. He brought Miller with him to Prairie View. When he got that job, I called him, and I said, listen, Coach Dooley, you can be in Atlanta if you make one move, and that is if you go out and get a solid defense coordinator. Because I knew the offense he was going to bring. Because, see, I saw him I remember the staff he was on at Southern. I remember when he was at Grambling. I remember when he was at Arkansas Pine Bluff, which he was with the guy who played with the Washington Redskins, Coleman. Monty Coleman was the head coach. He was the offensive coordinator. They beat Jackson State in Birmingham for the Swac championship one year. A lot of people don't forgot that, but they did. But that's what I'm saying. If he goes to Baton Rouge, which I do believe he's going to go to Baton Rouge, he needs somebody other than Miller.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm here, but I just, like I said, you've seen him more than I have, so I can't speak. Yeah, I can't speak on that.
I've watched him for years.
Yeah.
He was on the staff with Pete Richardson. All of them were young guys under Pete Richardson, and they had a lot of success. Pete was the head coach. There was a little guy. He was from Florida State. He was the offense coordinator. He was the first offense coordinator that resigned at Grambling. Mark Orlando. They had an Asian guy named Cliff Yoshida. He was the defense coordinator. Scotty, you talking about was the truth. The first 10 years that Pete Richardson was at Southern, they completely took over black college football. And a lot of people didn't want him, but they took over black college football. And the person that broke the stranglehold that they had on black college football was Billy Joe at Florida A&M. That's who broke the stranglehold. Because if you ever get a chance, go and look at Pete Richardson's first 10 years at Southern. That guy won the national championship 3 or 4 times. I think he won at least 3 times. He won the Swac almost every year. Grambling couldn't do nothing with him. He ran the old man. He embarrassed the old man every time they met up in the Bayou Classic. He embarrassed him. But I know you got a lot of calls, and did you have any questions for me? Did anybody want to ask me a question?
No,
anything?
No, you good. You good, Mr. Ford. Appreciate the call.
And by the way, guys, listen, we lost a giant of black college football, Claude Humphrey, who came from Tennessee State. He was originally from Memphis, Tennessee. He died yesterday. I think he was 77 years of age. He was a Hall of Famer, but he played on some of the greatest HBCU football teams in the history of football. He played with another guy who came out of Houston, Texas. He was a quarterback that was drafted first round by the Oakland Raiders. His name was Eldridge Dickey. And they had some of the greatest football teams you want to see. I can talk about them all night, but I know you got to go. So, Scotty, thank you for letting me talk.
No
and y'all
problem,
have a good night, okay?
Thank you so much. You too. Peace. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo.
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling
Hear
from?
me? Man, you already know where I'm calling from, man. I'm calling from the Bird, man. St. Petersburg, Florida, man.
Talk to me. Hey, turn your TV down.
Yeah, I'm trying to. You can hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can, but turn your background down.
What you think? What you think you Miami Heat?
Why would I think I'm the Miami?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what you like? You like Jackson State and
What? I can't hear you.
I say you like Jackson State, Atlanta.
Jackson State and Atlanta. Do I like them as a team to win?
Do you like them to win? Yes.
When's the game?
Man, your bitch ass, you talking about win the game?
Yeah, when's the game?
You might basketball win. Big forehead at it, dirty dread at it.
Hey, caller, you loud. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty.
What's good?
You got they got to stay off the weed, bro.
No,
They got to stay off the weed.
Somebody said Florida education. Go ahead.
Scotty, this is another thing, boy. I know you went to church every Sunday, boy.
My mom was not playing that.
Same over here, man. I got like 3 questions.
Talk to me.
This just kind of struck my mind as far as what's going on in the Swac. As far as like the playoff accusations and all that goes, do you think the Swac need to move their games up a couple of weeks? So if Jackson State wanted to go in the playoffs or wanted to do something, they could. If they win the Swac championship, I know they got a celebration bowl and all that. Like, I know it's like another 5 years or whatever after this year or 4 years. But could the Swac move their games like up in the season, probably play week 0 or something, so they can complete their whole season and try to get into the playoffs instead of just one SWAC team just getting into the playoffs? Because that could happen. Because a lot of Jackson State fans like, man, why didn't you make it to the playoffs? Because of the whole SWAC championship and the Celebration Bowl. So would you think that could be a possible thing for the SWAC to do to make themselves look better so they can get 2 teams or at least 2 teams? I ain't saying 3. That's pushing me. At least 2.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How long have you been following the SWAC?
I ain't been following. I've been following HBCU. I don't follow SWAC like that.
All right.
I just follow HBCU football.
So my question is this: Why now? That's like, I'm just throwing the question back at you. The SWAC has been doing this for what, about probably the last 10 years, easily 10, 12 years. Why now?
Why now? Because all the I ain't gonna say all the backlash, but if you want your teams to compete and if you want your best team to show up, you got your second best team going. The SWAC could have had their first best team in there. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like your second best team. Oh, that's our second best team. If our first best team, I wouldn't say Jackson State would have been running tables, but for my mindset, you got your first best team there. Now, if your first best team couldn't do it, okay, then I'm perfectly fine with it. But you sent your second best team, and like, let's just say if Jackson State would have went, they would have played somebody. What if? This my thing is, what if? What if we had 2 teams? What if they could have won the first round? What if? That's just my thing.
What is that? Let me explain something. Let me ask you this. you're doing a lot of what ifs, which is cool. You know, I love hypotheticals. What about Jackson State? First of all, Jackson State, let me say this. A lot of SWAC schools don't care for playing white schools. Can we say that? Is that true? You said you cover HBCU football, right?
Yeah.
So can we both agree on that?
That's true.
That okay. So they don't. That's one. So it's like okay, point. Where do you think they're gonna make more money at? In the Celebration Bowl or in the playoffs?
Celebration Bowl, automatically. I mean,
so at the end of the day, and it's a business aspect first. The business of football, of them supporting the brand, supporting their school, whatever, is always going to come down to money. The Celebration Bowl is what it is. Listen, man, listen. I have jumped on that table. I have stumped my feet. I have done everything possible to say, hey, I think you should be in the playoffs. But now I've been officially, I've gotten some SWAC hours, and I kind of understand it's a moot point. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They don't care. Yeah. So I don't care. So you shouldn't care. So at the end of the we're really wasting our breath if we're being honest. You're wasting my life minutes. I'm wasting your life minutes. So let's just move on to the next question.
All right, next question. Do you think the vision should be switched up among teams with the East and the West? Because the East gonna be looking strong for about 4 years until FAMU and Jackson State fall off or something like that. They're gonna be looking strong for about 4 to 5 years, and hopefully Southern can get the coach. I ain't even gonna say Coach Dooley. I'll pray to God. But Prairie View or something need to happen over there because it's just so weak. Do you think they need to switch up the conferences because I think it would do a better alignment for like.
Okay, let me stop you. You watch NBA?
Yeah.
When the Lakers won back-to-back championships, do you think they should have switched over the competition?
No, but I'm saying this as far as the competition. I'm not saying a competition of the champion. I'm just saying a competition of the other teams.
Once again, I'm asking you a question. Should they have switched over? Because life is ups and downs, bro. Like the only thing that you can pretty much stay the same is Valley not being good. All right. Until, Dancy or whatever. But most teams, they come up, they come down, they go down, they come up. That's how life works in sports. So if Deion stays for 4 years and Jackson State is the best thing smoking, congratulations. Deion Sanders steps away from Jackson State. You think they still going to be what they are? They're not. So it's an up and down process. When Southern was killing everybody for 9 years, they didn't say, "Oh, we need to move Southern from the West and put them." No, man, like that's how sports work. When the Chicago Bulls was whooping everybody up, they didn't say, "Hey, man, we need to switch up divisions." Like it's a up and down flow. That's how sports go. Sometimes the West wins, sometimes the East wins. Sometimes the East is dominant, sometimes the West is dominant. Now, I'll say the only thing that I wish probably would have happened was Bethune and Fan would have been on the opposite sides of the branch, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, that would have been no sense because they're both in Florida. That's a long travel. So I definitely understand it. That's why they put Fan and Bethune on the east side. But other than that, man, it's just that's just how sports goes. It goes up, it goes down, it goes down, it goes up. You got another question?
Nah, Scotty, be good, be blessed, man.
Hey, man, you too, man. Appreciate the call.
All right, man.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, how you doing? This Coach Jerry, right?
Talk to me.
Can you hear me?
You said it's Coach Jerry back?
Jerry Rant. I've been tuning into your show for quite a bit.
Hey, talk to me.
I was calling because I heard I can't remember his name. He mentioned something about Jackson not being, hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
He was mentioning certain things. Jackson came last in I'm assuming he's talking about the FCS playoffs and FAMU, comparing them to, you can't do that because necessarily you got high chamber coaches coaching these young men with the defense. That front seven is lethal. And I heard you say things about the secondary, big nose ass nigga, little chin ass nigga, fat head man ass nigga, big jersey ass nigga. You finna open my hand,
let me say, hey, man,
You finna over with D-Wade and ain't ugly, young nigga.
I gotta give you credit, bro. Your code switching is legit, bro. Like I gotta give you credit. Your code switching is pretty good. Like you could be a white man on any given reality TV show. Like no bull crap. I gotta give you credit for that. That was pretty.
I'm
dope.
already knowing I can, man.
Yeah, I gotta give you credit for that.
I
gotta give you credit for that. That was legit. I gotta give you credit for that, man. That was some high level code switching right there. That was some high level code switching. You could be a white man any day. You could be a white man. Listen, you call 911, the ambulance is coming. Okay, like real talk. You call 911, the ambulance is coming. I gotta give you credit for that one. Real talk. Got to give you credit for that one. So, oh man, yo, the switch was real, bro. The switch was real. I gotta give him credit for that. He was like, "Oh yeah, so Scotty, like, yeah, he said something about some big head." I'm like, bro, like, but this is my thing, right? Like, I get the trolling. I get the trolling. That's not big to me. The part that bro came in with a disguise. That's facts. The trolling is not a big thing for me. The thing for me is the corn, like the jokes, like. It's the mush mouth jokes, right? Like, when did that become funny? Like, I don't understand that. Like, big head, little nose, no nostrils, no neck, and they throw the N-word behind it. Like, when did that become funny? Because now, mind you, I'm from Maryland, right? So how we get going, it'll be something like, boy, don't make me get on your old thick neck having it. Like you kind of draw it out so you kind of get what the person's saying. So you got people calling in that they can't enunciate. They don't have a vocabulary. They're not clever, but you want to tell jokes. I don't understand that. And I promise you, most of the guys that do it, they probably calling me off an air mattress at their girl's house. And you know they got the bed sheet covering up the window. Like you can picture it. You get like, let's be real. You can picture it. It's the same guys with the stains on the walls. I got some hood cousins, all right? I got some hood cousins. So I know what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Air mattress in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know, you sit on one side, it deflates, the other side go up. You know what I'm saying? They watching me off their phone. The boy got the Cricket wireless in the back. They got the sheet that's halfway hanging off the window. I've been there. I've been to my cousin's places. I've seen the dark side, okay? I have seen the dark side, and that's what it is. Okay, all right. See, you want to play games? I got something for you, my guy. If y'all want to see the troller's number, this is the troller's number, so y'all can see it. This is this guy right here, 404-903-9866. All right, 9866. That's the troller. That's the troller's number. I'm about to answer it, so y'all know. Hey, troller, you like to see your number on live? That's the troller's number. All right. Hey, what's up, man?
Yo.
Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Talk to me.
What's up, man?
Talk to me.
Hey, the way they joke, man, the down south thing, man, when you say big head, little face, ass nigga, and all that, that's some down south stuff they be doing, man.
Got you.
They do it around here. So I heard it like that too many times.
I just need the creativity to come up a little bit. Just a little bit.
Hey, but I tell you this, though, they got some people that's very creative when they do it like that. That dude wasn't very creative that did it. But I know some people that's very creative that's do it. So like in Memphis, oh, man, he got some guys that's really good with it. But anyway, I I see you kind of feel different about Dooley, man. What happened to make you feel kind of differently about? I know you still don't want him as a center coach, but you feel kind of differently about him.
Yeah, I'm not like, I was like 100% like nah. But I'm probably like 60, I'm like 65%. Like, you know, like I still don't want it. I still don't want it to happen, but I kind of came off that, you know, that cliff of just like, hell no. Nah. I'm kind of like a no. Instead of a hell no, I'm like, no. So I love the play calling. I love that. I really love the offensive play calling. There was still parts of the game that I felt as though he dropped the ball and could have done better. But I mean, if you put Rashawn McKay back there, I think you win the game. I can't even lie to you. I think if you put Rashawn McKay back there, you win the game. You know what I'm saying? Because
don't say McKay. Say Felix Harper. I stick with Felix Harper like you said the other night.
You put Felix back there. You put Andrew Body back there. You put any capable. Listen, I really feel you put Rashawn McKay back there, you win the game. Real talk. I meant that.
Hey, you know what? We kind of saw it when we had Kincaid. What he could really do. When you had a quarterback like Kincaid, we really saw it then back then.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, but now, when you say at home, you say
your phone breaking up. Your phone breaking up.
Trash about the recruiting coordinator.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, you was breaking up. Say it again.
Oh yeah, because I'm passing one of them dead sections on the road. That's what it was.
Go ahead.
But no, I was saying you said something about the recruiting coordinator at PV.
Yeah.
You said you should have stayed at home or something like that.
Yeah.
Or stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
I think you were kind of harsh on him because that happens before. That even happened in the pros. Like the ball is all of a sudden slip out your hand when you about to throw it. Because I saw it happen to Tom Brady a long time ago. It happened to Brett Favre before. So that's something that happens from time to time. It just, with that quarterback, it happened at the wrong time.
Listen, so I get what you're saying. My thing is this. There was, even Jay on the call was saying that, hey, he's more of an athlete than a quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's completed like 3 of 13 of his passes over the time he's gotten in the. So that's just you not having a valuable backup. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying he's not a great athlete, which you know he is, but you as a recruiting coordinator need to have a valuable backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I get you. Let me see what else. Oh, now I was listening to Duty in the press conference. He said number 82 should have had 3 touchdowns. Easily. And the game would have been different.
Easily.
Said at 1, he should have had 3.
Easily.
Hey, I'll put it like this, dog. I watched. This is the worst C.J. Holmes looked though against when he was guard number 82. This is the worst I ever saw C.J. Holmes look throughout the whole year because that dude burnt him twice.
Sir, C.J.
That
Holmes,
dude burnt him twice.
C.J. Holmes has been the worst DB on that team. No, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to that's me being as serious as possible. He has been the worst DB on that team since ULM. ULM didn't have a quarterback, and they target C.J. Holmes 12 times, and they had like 20 passes. You don't remember that white? You don't remember that white receiver?
Yeah,
Terrence?
I remember. Yeah, I remember that white boy.
The white killing him. C.J. Holmes is he's not a nickel. I don't think he's a nickel corner. So let me be very specific. You have boundary corners and you have nickel corners. I don't think C.J. Holmes is a great nickel corner. I think he is a better boundary corner than he is a nickel corner. I'll say that. So I'm gonna give him that pass.
Yeah. Because man, 82 had like about 4 steps ahead of him when he once he beat him off the line. off the jam.
No, listen, it's bad when you're off man and still get beat. Like, I mean, it's a play. He's off man. He's like 7 yards off. He eats up the cushion so fast, and CJ Holmes wasn't ready for it, and he beats him, and pass just misses him. I mean, just straight overthrows him. So, I mean, it was bad, man. It was bad.
Hey, I think because I saw with pass, but I saw it in the UIW game. I think the pressure sped him up. Instead of him, like with Shador don't let the pressure speed roll. He gonna take the hit and make that dime. He let that pressure get to him. Hello?
Yeah. I mean that's a fair assessment. I mean, you just gotta stand in there and if you're playing the quarterback position and you know you're going against Jackson State, you have to stand in there and take it. You just gotta stand in there and take it. It is what it is. That's the kind of game you in your mindset you go and say, yo, look, I'm gonna have to buckle up my chin strap because I know I'm gonna get hit, but I gotta make this play. I gotta make these plays. And to me, he was more worried about himself than winning the game for his team. Period.
Yeah, he ain't want them problems.
Definitely did not. Hey, appreciate the call, Coach Green.
No problem, man.
All right, man. How many plays did JSU miss? Okay, so let me define miss, right? A miss to me is where like Shador overthrows, the guy's open. Maybe somebody had a lane, like Peyton Pickett could have got off, but he got tripped up at the last minute. Maybe like the play was there and it like maybe the D line got to him before it happens. And if I'm being honest, I didn't see many. Like straight misses. Like, and if somebody can, please call in and tell me the couple plays, because I watched the whole game. I had a watch party, and I didn't see too many actually misses. The drop by Weidman. Okay, so that's not a miss to me, right? Because a miss is on your own doing. So if Weidman would have just dropped it without the DB making a play on it, that's not a miss. That's a great defensive play, right? Jawan passes were misses. There was no, good example. Nugget breaking up the deep ball that the guy caught, but Nugget hit the ball out. That's a great defensive play. That's not a miss by PV. All right. So you gotta, I don't count that as a miss. So the interception is not a miss. Like, the interception is a great scheme, a great play by the corner. A miss is when it's you killed yourself, right? You missed that. Oh, like, dang, he overthrew him, or I underthrew him, or he was wide open and I missed the read. That's a miss. So I don't really think there was too many misses by Jackson State. I think that that's a miss. Bad throw, wide up, like that's a miss. So if guys make, I took it down, Ryan. I took it down. But when guys so I can't that's like me saying, okay, let me give you an example of what you're saying, right? A miss of what your aspect is like, oh man, if Jawan Pass would have threw the ball over Houston, instead of Houston making a great play and picking it, that would have went for a big play. That's not a miss. Like, that's James Houston making a hell of a play. A miss is Jawan seeing a seam pass and overthrowing it. Like, that's a miss. Like, just a straight, flat out miss. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Sam, how you doing tonight, Sam?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Florida.
What? Listen, bro. You're a fan. It's the troller again, guys. You're a fanboy when you literally call into the show. You wait around all day just to try to troll. You're a fanboy, and I appreciate your fandom because I know you're watching the show to know I'm still on the show. All right, so you're a fan. You're a fanboy. All right, and I appreciate your fandomness. All right. Let me see. Shiloh had an INT. He waited to hit the land PV to catch it. That's not a miss. That's not a miss. Okay. That's you a miss. Listen. If you watch baseball, right? A swing and a miss. You don't hit it. You don't touch it. All right. That's a miss. If Shiloh would have had the ball in his hands and he dropped it, that's a miss. The ball literally was in the receiver's hands and he didn't play it well. That's not a miss. That's not a miss. That's not a miss. The receiver caught the ball. That's not a miss. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, Scott?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, this is Nate from Savannah, man.
Talk to me.
I got a question for you, man. Let's just be honest. How long you think Jackson State gonna be in power?
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I've had like 3 people hit me up on Instagrams about what they think Jackson State is going to be, and if I'm being honest, I think this is the tough part about it for me is that I think if Jackson State was going to out-talent people, would have been this year. And the reason I say that is because everybody's recruiting now at a different level. Everybody's going to have to recruit at a different level. And at the same time, I think that Jackson's like the only thing that you're going to be more worried about is Shador getting more and more comfortable, getting more and more freeway, getting more and more savvy, right? But I see other teams kind of understanding what Jackson State, like good example, right? When FAMU and Jackson State meet up in the Orange Blossom Classic, do you think FAMU's not going to be prepared for the blitz now?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think more teams are going to be more prepared in understanding what Jackson State is going to want to do and try to do, and they're going to recruit around it. So I think if this was the year to out-talent the SWAC, it would have been this year. Now, what I've also said to people is that everybody can't go to Jackson State, but Jackson State will get the top layer of transfers because why? Deion Sanders, right? So they're going to get like the first cream of the crop. But this is what happens. You're going to see players like Jalen Howard and all these players who they're not scrubs. They have skill sets. They have speed. You can go in Florida and flip over a rock and find somebody who runs a 4.3. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like just because they don't got stars don't mean they're not impactful. And I think coaching is going to have to upgrade in the SWAC. And I think the talent level in the SWAC is going to get better on a all around basis. But I think for people to say like Jackson State's going to out talent people, I really don't think that's going to happen over the next couple of years. I think teams are going to focus more on getting better talent at the places that they find themselves weak at. And they're not just trying to win the SWAC like the old times. They're really trying to catch up to they're really trying to match up to what Jackson State does and recruit around it. Right. So good example is in the league. Well, if you play like when Dallas first got Zeke, well, you're going to have to see Zeke twice a year. So, you have to have a D line. So what do people start doing? They start drafting better D linemen. They start going out trying to find free agents that can, do whatever. I think that's the same thing with Jackson. I think that's the same thing with SWAC teams are going to do with Jackson State. Jackson State is the barometer, right? So now you're going to go find a lot more DBs. You're going to go out there and find, you're going to try to find some more DBs. You're going to try to find some quick, fast DNs that can get to the quarterback. You're going to invest in time on the defensive side of the ball. So, and then you're going to try to find some offensive linemen. Go ahead.
With all that being said, because I think the reason for that is, to be honest, because he's raised the profile of SWAC so much, and the attention that he's garnered from all this whole season, even if they can't get to Jackson State, they're gonna just want to be in the SWAC just to get that attention, playing either trying to play with Dion or beat Dion. How long do you think they'll still have this run? Like, give me, if you could say 3-4 years, what you think?
I think they're still going to be, I still think they're going to be top dogs, but I think you're going to see them take a loss. Like, I don't think they're going to go undefeated again. Let me say this. They're still going to be the top dog, but they're not going to just run through the SWAC like they did this year. And they really did. If we're being honest, yeah, you went undefeated, but you didn't run through anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, a couple teams you ran through. Some of the games are really close. So I think as teams get better, I think as recruiting and excitement gets better, I think more teams are going to be able to get talent that they weren't used to getting because of Dion. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, hey, you know, we're this or that, and now they're like, oh, we get to go against Dion's team. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some kids want to beat Dion, some people want to join Dion. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it goes from there.
Last thing.
Go ahead.
Last thing. Will he stay after Shador leaves?
No.
Okay.
Nah, job's done.
I agree with you.
Job's done.
I agree with you.
Yeah, job's done.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate it, man.
To know I'm still on the show. All right.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scotty, how's it going? It's Deputy Mario.
What's up, Deputy Mario? Talk to me.
Hey, man, look, I was like try to add to your Baller Award. I would like to add the SWAC refs to the Baller Awards. Listen, they called a phenomenal game. Hello?
Yeah, I said, okay, I like that. I like, okay.
Oh, yeah, they had some excellent calls. There was some mishaps. Very, very good. 2 thumbs up to the SWAC refs. Stuck in traffic. I got to give you the stuck in traffic. Add one to it. Y'all had me worried to death about number 5 and number 6 from PV. Every time they got the ball, I had to hold my breath. But they were held in check by the JSU defense. So
that's real. That's real.
I give them stuck in traffic. And I love the way JSU was on pass. Pass had me nervous every time he dropped back. But he had a beautiful deep pass. And when y'all talking about the hit and miss a while ago, Pass had 88 running down the field, 10 yards by himself in the second quarter. Didn't give him the ball.
You talking about the tight end or receiver?
Yes, the tight end was running down. He was running downfield 10 yards by himself. So, but I appreciate you, man, for a great season. I have enjoyed you. I enjoyed meeting you and your beautiful queen. So I look forward to seeing Allscript back in Jackson, man. And let's go ahead and run this thing back again.
All right, Deputy Mario. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir, brother. But y'all be good.
You too, man. Peace. Hey, man, let's give some credit to the SWAC refs. You know what I'm saying? We be coming hard on them again, man. Give some credit to the SWAC refs, man. You gotta show some love to the SWAC refs. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's good, Allscript? This DG coming out of Houston.
Talk to me.
Hey, turn sideways. Let me see how much length you got between your neck. Like you getting strangled right now. Little neck ass nigga. On God. Big chin ass nigga. It feel like a Motorola.
Did you graduate school?
Especially headphones.
Yeah, you had to go.
No cap, bigger head.
You couldn't have made it past middle school. You couldn't have made it past middle school. Like, why, guys? Like, listen, oh my gosh. Let me say this. Let me say this. How miserable is your life where you sit on hold to watch my show just to call in to say 10 words and act like you're that guy? Like, how miserable is your life? Like, I just like let's just sit back and let's just sit back and really think about this. I really want people to sit back and think about this. How miserable is your life that you say, you know what, Scotty? I ain't got nothing to do at 8:25 p.m. on a Sunday. I don't have nothing to do in my life but to wait on hold and to troll you. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he's calling back in again. I'm gonna ask y'all. Should I answer it? He's calling back in. I'm gonna ask y'all. Since this is listen. It's back and forth, a little back and forth. Should I answer the call? Y'all tell me yes, no, whatever. And based off what you. We ain't got shit to do. Hey, go ahead, man. You loud. They said they want to hear from you.
Hey, look, man, it's 10 jokes because you only allow me to give you 10 jokes, man. If you want 100, I give you 100. Honey bar face ass nigga on God. You ugly head. Listerine bottle head ass nigga. What's up with you, man? Ugly hair ass nigga. Dyke looking ass nigga. A motherfucker. I'm gonna let you come back. Cause I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to do.
Okay,
I can take you to the doctor to get your neck longer though.
So, you sound like you got a bodybuilder as a girlfriend in the background. She probably binged you over. She probably binged you over first. It's okay. I get it.
Awkward little kid who never wore shoes.
She probably binged you over first.
You be the awkward little kid who never wore shoes in school. You used to take them off at recess too. You used to be the nigga who answered the door picking on your feet and shit. Ugly ass nigga. On God, beer bottle nose ass nigga. Look at him. He's stressed, man.
Ricky Ralph looking ass nigga. Mike Tyson looking ass nigga.
So you got let me get this straight.
What the fuck you ride around
so you got three. So you got three guys. You got three guys. So you got three guys. Hold on. So you got three guys watching the show together in a room. That's what we doing. That's what we doing in 2021. Listen, it's your prerogative. All right, it's your prerogative. If you got three of your homeboys together, y'all got your drinks together. You know what I'm saying? Listen, what y'all do together is your business. Okay, what y'all do together is your business. Okay, so I just don't understand how three guys are all around one phone. Oh, look at, I got one too. Oh, Lincoln Ross ass nigga. Let me get one in. Let me get one in there too. Oh, thick neck ass nigga. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, listen, man. 2020. Listen, at the end of the day, it's 2021. What you want to do with you and your boys, that is clearly your prerogative. I'm not judging. Listen, I don't believe in judging. All right, but I don't think you want to come on the internet and put your business out there like that you and your boys kind of get down like that. That's a little fruity for me. All right, it's a little too fruity for me. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know, to each his own. To each his own, though. To each his own. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Talk to me.
Hey, I had a question about next year. So I was listening to the ESPN, and they said James Houston got another year.
Yeah, he does, but he's not coming back.
How that happen? I thought he was a senior.
He is, but you have like I think they have a COVID year. I don't think he played because he didn't play in the spring, so he has a COVID year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about whatever happened to that dude, Abdul Malik McClain?
He's on the team. I mean, I haven't heard nothing of him, but he's definitely on the team.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I want to add. I seen it on the game on ESPN. I was like, damn, I know he had another year. But you say you think he's gonna lead us?
Oh yeah, you got to. I mean, he's done. I mean, you've done everything. Other than
what if he get a grade back? What if he get a grade back that say like maybe 6 or 7 runs?
I mean, is playing in the Swac again going to up that grade? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean, like think about it. Like I think he has like 18 sacks, 19 sacks. Like next year, people are going to legit game plan for James Houston. I'm not saying they didn't do that this year, but he's going to be the main focus. Listen, I said this from day one. Niles Gaddy would have had to beat me. Listen, bro, like I would leave Niles Gaddy so unblocked that it would just be like, bro, you either get to my quarterback or not, because I'm putting 3 Bamas on James Houston. Like that's what that would have had to been all year long, because somebody else would have had to beat me. Simple.
All right, then last thing. So say you're an NFL team, you're a scout. What grade you giving Houston? What round?
I think he's at least the highest is a third rounder. If he goes 5th or 6th, I understand it because of the SWAC competition, and he's a tweener. You know what I'm saying? So at Florida he played linebacker. In the SWAC he played FCS. But this is the key. He played DN in the SWAC. This is the thing for me, right? It's the fact the great thing that he has is that he has Power 5 tape from Florida. So you see him playing linebacker there. You see him playing. So once again, it's his versatility. His versatility is unmeasurable because of the fact that but this is the kicker though. You come down from a Power 5 school and you dominate. That's the key.
Right.
That shows you were supposed to be at. You have literally dominated the SWAC. So to me,
in a new position.
So that just tells me you were just a straight animal. You just athletically gifted. You know what I'm saying? And you're a quick learner, all that type of stuff, and an impactful player. So I think 3rd or 4th round to me, that's where I would take a James Houston. But he's a tweener, man. You have to find a spot for him.
And Marquise Bell, what about him?
His measurables, his measurable, he's 6'3", jumps out the gym, runs out the gym. I would say 4th or 5th. That would be where I would take him. 4th or 5th, maybe even 6th. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's definitely a 4th round. I'll give him like a 4th to 6th round grade. That would be my kicker. But I think if he runs a great 40, he can definitely bump up to 3rd. If he runs a great 40, he can definitely bump up to 3rd. Because one thing about Bell is he's a sure tackler. And you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that, a lot of teams want in their safety position because, it's spread out and everything like that. His ball skills are not the best, if we're being honest. He's not a ball hawking safety, but, he's always going to be in the area. He's always going to be, and he's a solid tackler. So I think if he runs a great 40, with his measurables being 6'3", 215, 220. Yeah, I think definitely 4th or 5th round pick.
That was us, Scott. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. Appreciate the call. All right, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Hey, appreciate you guys for tuning into the award show. Listen, tomorrow, 7:30. All right, tomorrow, 7:30, me and Kofi is going to be on the show talking about the SWAC championship game and all that encompassing, all right? So follow me on Instagram, offscript_TV. Follow me on Twitter, offscript_TV as well. And hit me up on there, all right? Until next time, and yes, Nugget is coming back, all right? Yes, Nugget is coming back. I don't like it. If I'm being honest, I don't like it. Maybe I got to see what's going on with the bowling. Listen, for bowling, if I was Hilaire, Bowling Green would have had to give me everything I wanted, extra money, a white girl for my dorm room, and everything. All right, just crazy. All right, I have to disagree. See, Vaughn, can you call in? Because I feel like we're gonna go back and forth in the comments. I just need you to call in and kind of explain to me why you think Nugget didn't have a good year. So I want to hear from you first before I make my point, because I don't think we're gonna agree, but I want to hear your point of view on why he's having a bad year. So I would prefer you call in so I can hear your point. All right. So let me say this about people who feel that Nugget listen. First of all, Nugget is in the SWAC. All right. Nugget is in the SWAC. So if you don't have high level QB play, DBs like Nugget don't get tested. Okay. Because the quarterback does not trust their arm. The quarterback does not trust the receiver to get open against Nugget. All right. So that's one thing. So that's that. And also, if I'm an offensive coordinator, right? I'm an offensive minded guy. I'm not going to plan to throw at him when I can throw at other DBs that are not as good as him. Okay. That doesn't even make sense. Why would I attack somebody that I know is legit when there's other DBs on this team that I can attack that are not as good? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put your not so good wide receiver on Nugget and you put your best guys on everybody else. All right. That's how that works. So Nugget is so good that offenses planned around him. Okay. So no, he does not get the stats that other DBs get because they don't target him. They don't throw at him, period. Why waste my time? That's why him not being a first team defensive back, it hurts him because he's great enough that you see it, that if you know what you're looking at, you'll see it. But since there's not great quarterbacks, if you take, listen, you take Nugget and put him in the Southland Conference with all those quarterbacks that just throw the ball around everywhere, Nugget will probably have 7 or 8 picks, maybe 15 or 20 pass breakups, because that's just how the game goes. They're going to throw it around the yard. They feel they're better than you. They feel like, how do you think Zy Alexander gets all those picks? That's how great DBs become great DBs, is because of when they get thrown at, they make plays and they get like, you know, they get interceptions and pass breakups and stuff like that. There's not a quarterback in the SWAC right now that would probably throw at Nugget consistently and feel comfortable doing it. It was a couple who threw at Nugget. The quarterback from Alabama State, not Skyler, but that guy, he threw at Nugget. He threw a comeback at Nugget that got completed. This bad when you can count how many times he's been thrown at. Jawan threw at him twice. 1 pass breakup, 1 he overthrew. Who else threw at him? Akil threw at him, but it threw like a couple hitches in front of him. So who else? Felix didn't throw at him. Who else? Bethune didn't throw at him. ULM didn't throw at him. So I don't think Body didn't hit nobody. He was missing everybody. So no, it wasn't Nettles. That wasn't Nettles at Alabama State. It was the backup. Nettles wasn't starting that game. All right. So my point is this. Offensive coordinators plan around not throwing his way because why? Why would I force feed the ball that way when I don't have to? That's all I'm saying with that. So before people say, oh, Nugget had a down year, if Nugget was in any other conference that threw the ball in the air raid system as much as they do, you would see his stats be a lot better, right? You would see the 4 picks, the 5 or 10 pass breakups. You would see that. Yeah, Crawley. Thanks, Wiley. Thank you, Crawley. All right. He threw at him. So you would see that. So I think people need to put in perspective when they say, oh, Nugget didn't have. Now, if I'm being honest, he does not have great tape to go to the NFL. He doesn't, because there's not great quarterbacks that throw his way, so he doesn't get the tape that you want to see. So that hurts him. All right. That absolutely hurts him. So I don't care what nobody. Now, he might have a great pro day. He might have a great combine. So that could definitely help him. He probably gonna run in the 4.3s, you know, his build, his size. Go back and watch his tape. You'll see that. But just off tape alone, his spring tape is his best tape. All right. This season's tape was a wash because nobody really threw at him. Nobody wanted to throw at him. So it is what it is. But that's just my opinion. So it is what it is. All right. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. That's dope. But let me see, probably why he opted to come back, because he doesn't have a lot of tape, which is fair. I mean, he has tape. The tape is just not good tape. Like, it's not good DB tape, right? Because once again, you want to see DBs making plays on the ball and everything like that. But if you just watch his technique is outstanding. If you watch Nugget's technique is through the roof, bro. Like, he can run with anybody. He can pretty much cover anybody. Yeah, I'm saying his technique is outstanding, but you know, we'll see. We shall see. Hey guys, listen, I'm about to get up out of here. I haven't ate all day. So until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless. Hey, and y'all keep trolling, man. Keep trying. And it's 2021. The 3 guys watching my channel together all on one phone. Listen, man, just make sure y'all wear protection. All right. Don't get anybody hurt. Okay. And people have to go to work tomorrow. Right. So wear protection. You know, do what y'all do. Enjoy yourself. It's 2021. I'm not judging. Okay. God bless.